Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Serie A stream where tonight we are live for AC Milan versus Juventus. A big game in the race for Champions League football. Milan, their title hopes pretty much dead. They are quite a way now behind Inter. They're actually, Milan, they're currently 13 points behind with 5 games to go. So mathematically, Milan's chances of winning the league are pretty much over. So, but for Milan, it's now all about qualifying for the Champions League because Milan, they are only just 5 points above Como and Roma in 5th and 6th, respectively. And if Milan do get beat tonight, then the pressure might be on them a little bit and they might generally drop out of the Champions League places. But I think in the end, you probably expect Milan to get to be in there in the end. I mean, just looking at the remaining games, AC Milan have got, so they've got Juventus tonight. I mean, they have got a few tough games in. Well, to be fair, the next 3 games, Milan, are quite difficult. If they can get results out of the next 3, then you probably expect Milan to be all right and get in the Champions League. Obviously, they've got Juventus tonight. Next Sunday, they go to Sassuolo. I mean, Sassuolo are a team Milan that seem to struggle against recently. The 10th of May, which is, I think, 2 weeks Sunday. Yeah, it is 2 weeks Sunday. Milan play Atalanta. The penultimate game, Milan go to Genoa. And then it is Cagliari at home on the final day of the season. So, like I said, if they can, I mean, if there's 9 points available from the next 3 for Milan, if they can get a max of 5 or 6 out of the next 3, then you probably say and you guarantee Milan in the Champions League. But Juve, they're probably the ones who need it a little bit more than Milan tonight. They're only 2 points above Como and Roma, and if Juve do drop points tonight, that does give Como and Roma a big opportunity to catch up. I mean, Juventus, if we just look at their remaining games, they have got obviously Milan tonight, which they could probably do with a win. And then after that, I mean, they are playing teams who are down the bottom, really. They got Verona next Sunday. They've got Lecce on the 9th of May. Then they play Fiorentina at home in the penultimate game. Then Juventus actually played Torino in the Turin derby on the final day of the season. So if Juventus can get a win tonight, that'll be big, because for the rest of the season, they've got 3 teams really who are down there towards the bottom, and then they're playing a Torino side who are mid-table. I mean, maybe you could include Fiorentina in that mid-table conversation, but the next 3 games are very winnable. After tonight, the next 3 games for Juventus are very winnable. So they've definitely got favourable games, Juventus, to get into the Champions League. But like I said, if they do drop points tonight, it does give Como and it gives Roma a big opportunity. I mean, I'm just getting up Como and Roma games up now. I mean, who actually plays first next week in the Champions League race? Should we have a look? Let's have a look. Let's click on this. Serie A. Let's have a look. Fixtures. So you've got next week. Oh, that's loads of tomorrow's games. So you've got next week. You've got Como play first, but they've got Napoli at home. That's a big game. I mean, how far are Napoli? You're probably how far are Napoli off? I mean, Napoli's 69 points. Yeah, I mean, you'd probably say Napoli are in the Champions League, 8 points above Como. You'd probably say they're all right. But I mean, if Como beat Napoli, then you never know, really. But Como go first in the Champions League race next week. They're at home to Napoli at 5 o'clock. That'll be a tough game for Como, but at home, then maybe they could get something. Then it's Milan, who play against Sassuolo at 2 o'clock. Juventus at 5 o'clock against Verona. And then Roma are on the Monday night against Fiorentina. So next week, I mean, from now until the end of the year, the games are very, very big. I mean, just looking at Como's remaining games, like I said, I mean, pretty much Napoli is their only tough game left, because like Juventus, Como, after they play Napoli next week, they've got Verona away, who, I mean, by the time they play Verona, Verona could probably be confirmed as relegated. Then they've got Parma, who are safe now, really. But on the final day, that fixture on the final day, Cremonese against Como, that could be big for both teams. Cremonese could be fighting to stay up. Como could be fighting to get into the Champions League. So that could be an interesting game. But Como have got very comfortable fixtures from now into the end of the year. And really, so do Roma, to be honest. They've got Fiorentina tomorrow. No, they don't. They've got Fiorentina on the 4th of May at home. I mean, you never know with Fiorentina, but Roma at home. Roma are a strong side at home, so you maybe expect them to probably win that game, but at most a draw. Then they go to Parma. I mean, Parma aren't playing for much. I mean, I only found this out earlier. Roma versus Lazio, the Rome derby, the penultimate game of the season. Imagine Lazio win that game and end Roma's chances again back into the Champions League. Because you've got to remember, by the way, it's actually been quite a long time since Roma actually last played in the Champions League. So imagine Lazio win that and just stop Roma from getting into the Champions League. But then after the Rome derby, Roma probably will be an already relegated Hellas Verona on the final day. So realistically, Juve, Como and Roma have really got comfortable games, really. But I mean, if we look at AC Milan's games, obviously they got, like I've already said, I mean, AC Milan probably have got the hardest games, you could say. Well, in the running for the rest of the Champions League, you'd probably say AC Milan have probably got the hardest games, to be honest. But I mean, you never know what can happen in Serie A. I mean, Atalanta. I mean, I think Atalanta, like I said, Atalanta have got Roma on May the 10th. If Como, Roma, and Juve keep dropping points and Atalanta keep winning their games, then maybe Atalanta could sneak into the European conversation. But I mean, well Atalanta have still got their game to play this weekend, tomorrow against Cagliari, so they'll be looking to win. If Atalanta got remaining, because I mean they're on 54 points currently, Atalanta. So I mean, to be fair, they are only 7 points off a European spot. I mean, but if Atalanta, hold on, ignore the dog barking if you can hear. I mean, Atalanta, who they got left? Cagliari, Genoa, Milan, Bologna, Fiorentina. Jesus. Hold on, let me tell the dog. Shut up. Shh. There's a helicopter coming somewhere. Oh, it's there. Shh. And the dog's barking at the helicopter or something that's flying over. But like I was saying, I mean, Atalanta, Cagliari tomorrow, which I think they'll win. Genoa, Milan, Bologna, Fury. I mean, those last 3 games could be quite difficult for Atalanta. But I mean, realistically, Atalanta, can I see them getting Europe? Oh, I don't know. Probably not. I think Milan will probably be in there, to be honest. I think Milan will be in there. I think they'll be all right. I think it depends on tonight, really. I mean, like I said before, if Milan draw, well, if this game is a draw, it kind of does. It's better for Milan if this game's a draw, but fuck. Shh. Shut up, Winnie. This dog just shut up barking. Fuck's sake. Anyway, like I was saying, I mean, like I said, if this game does end a draw, it's probably more suitable for Milan, to be honest. But I think Champions League, obviously, we all know Inter are in there. I think Inter can win. I googled this earlier. I think Inter can actually win the league next week. I'll have to have a look. Probably. Maybe during this game, I'll have to do the mathematics to find out if Inter can actually win it. But I think they can win it. I think Inter can win the league next week. But Napoli will be in there. I do think Milan will be in there. I mean, to be fair, Juve, Como, and Roma have all got winnable games. All the remaining games, Juve, Como, and Roma have got left. They're all favourable, but you never know, really. I don't know. It gets that final. I mean, you never know. It could be 5 teams in the Champions League. I don't know if it will or not. It probably won't be actually, because I think all the Italian teams are out of Europe now, so it probably will just be the top 4. Because I know the Premier League's got an extra spot. I think the other league that might get an extra spot, I think it might be La Liga. I'm not sure, but I don't know who gets in that last Champions League spot. It's gonna be close. I think if Juve drop points tonight, then I think it does give Como and Roma a massive opportunity. So I think Como and Roma fans will be watching this game close on, hoping for Milan to get a result, really. They'll probably be hoping for a draw, but more preferably a Milan win. If Milan win, then I think it gives Como and Roma a big opportunity, to be honest. But we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens in this game. But here we go. The players are walking out at the San Siro. It's a big game. It's AC Milan versus Juventus. And Zach Tominski is the commentator for this game. Well, good evening and welcome to the San Siro here in Milan, where it is a big game in the race for Champions League football. Milan, their Scudetto dreams are all but over. They are currently 13 points behind their city rivals, Inter. And it looks like Inter are probably going to go on and win the league. And like I just said, they can actually win the league, Inter, next week. But for Milan, the focus is all about qualifying for the Champions League. And it is the same with Juventus. It's a huge game here at the San Siro. But what will happen come around 9:45 p.m. this evening? And of course, there are the two managers, Massimiliano Allegri and Luciano Spalletti. Of course, Max Allegri managing against his former club. He did, of course, he was an absolute legend, really, at Juve. Won a lot of things there. And I'm sure Allegri has a lot of respect for Juventus. But let's run through the team news, and we'll start with AC Milan, who got a narrow 1-0 win at pretty much relegated Hellas Verona, as Mike Maignan is in goal. It's a back three of Tomori, Gabbia and Pavlovic. It looks like a 5 in midfield, according to FotMob, of Salamakers, Fofana, Luka Modric, Adrian Rabiot and Batasagi. And it looks like a front two this evening of the American Christian Pulisic alongside the Portuguese Rafael Leao. And of course, there is Manuel Locatelli, the captain for Juventus, looking to, he's just going to be doing the coin toss in just a second. Of course, Locatelli, by the way, how important has he been in this Juventus team this season? Of course, final words being said really from the coaches towards the Juve players. There's the Milan captain, Mike Maignan. Again, been so important, Mike Maignan, to this Milan side this season. Of course, the referee this evening is Simeone Souza. Of course, there's the VAR room. I wonder what decisions VAR will have to look at tonight. But anyway, here's the Juve side. Juve won 2-0, I think, if I'm correct, against Bologna last week, as Di Gregorio is in goal. A back three of Kalulu, Gelson Bremer and Lloyd Kelly. Of course, Lloyd Kelly formerly of Bournemouth and Newcastle. Weston McKennie, formerly of Leeds, alongside Locatelli, the captain, Thuram, Ulient and Cambiaso in midfield. And it looks like it's a front three of Conceição, David and Boga. Of course, the big news for Juventus is Kenan Yildiz is on the bench. I think if I'm correct, I think he wasn't even, I don't think he was in the squad last week against Bologna, but he is back on the bench this evening. Of course, a lot of strong options on the bench for both sides. You've got Milan with the likes of Santiago Jimenez, Fulkrug and Cuckoo, Loftus-Cheek, Estepinian, etc. Juventus with the likes of Openda, Vlahovic, Dusan Vlahovic, Kub Miners, Yildiz, etc. But here we go. We're underway at the San Siro. It's a big game, like I said, in the race for Champions League football. It's AC Milan, the Rossoneri, against Juventus, known as the Bianconeri. Let's turn this down a little bit so we don't get copyrighted. I'm kind of hoping the Champions League race goes down to the final day, to be honest. I'm a bit disappointed the title is going to be decided a bit early. I wanted it to go down to the last day like it did last year, but it's not, unfortunately. I did Google it earlier when can Inter win the league, and I think they can win it next week. I mean, this is what CBS put on earlier. I didn't realise they could have won it this weekend, but they needed Napoli to lose, I think, but they didn't. They won. But yeah, so this is what Inter needs to happen next week. So apparently it says, if it doesn't happen this weekend, Inter can celebrate in front of their own fans against Parma on May the 3rd with their destiny in their own hands. Assuming a win against Torino this week, 1 point would be enough for them. Next week at San Siro, but it might not. But it might also happen before, in fact, Napoli face. Oh, actually, they needed to win, but they drew. Wait, let me do the maths quickly. How many games are left? How many games are left? Let me click. How many games are left? Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so there's 4 games left. 4 games. So that and Inter are 10 points clear with 4 to go. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Well, let's say Napoli lose and Inter win. So Napoli lose, that'll be 10. That'll be 13. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, they can win it next week. I think Napoli need to lose, and I think Inter need to beat Parma. If my maths is right. So yeah, oh, for fuck's sake. So I think they can win the league next week. Inter. I think Pisa and Verona can go down next week as well. So here's Manyan for Milan. Into Pavlovic. What a player, by the way. I do like Pavlovic. I think he's quite underrated. Been quite good this season for Milan. I mean, it is quite disappointing, really, because Milan were up there in the title race, but I think everyone knew really when Milan drew to Como at San Siro. I think everyone knew that game probably. I think that game, Milan 2, Como 2, probably. I think a lot of people knew that game probably was AC done for in the title, really. But I mean, really, after that game, obviously, Inter. A lot of people probably were like, "Oh, here we go, Inter probably going to go on and win it now." But obviously, Milan won the derby, and it's like, "Oh, here we go, it might be back on again." But no, it's not to be, unfortunately. But I mean, like I said, I just think if Milan didn't drop points in that game against Como, then maybe the title would be a bit tighter than it is currently. I mean, Milan are 13 points behind, Napoli are 10 behind, but yeah, it's not to be. But I mean, maybe next year, for Milan. I mean, I just think the problem Milan have had, I think they've just been dropping a couple of. They were just dropping points really, where they were dropping points against teams that they shouldn't really be dropping points against. And like, if Milan didn't drop the points, then maybe the title race would be a bit closer. But I mean, it's football at the end of the day. Anything can happen. But like I said, the priority now for Milan is to get into the Champions League, because they could still drop out of it. But like I said, I don't think they will, to be honest. Like I said, I think the pressure is more on tonight. I think the pressure is more on Juve. I think Juve probably need the points more than Milan do, to be honest. So Di Gregorio clears it forward for Juventus. I mean, these games, Milan Juve, are normally quite tight. The last couple of games between these two have ended 0-0. So bloody hell, Pulisic's grown a beard. Jesus Christ. He's changed a lot, hasn't he? He's just Pulisic's grown a beard. Bloody hell, last time I saw him, he didn't even have one. Bloody hell, I've got a beard coming myself. Di Gregorio tries to play it to Kalulu. It's won back by Rabiot. Played back to Manyan by Gabbia. Here's Pavlovic, clears it up the pitch for Milan. Over the top to Bremer. Of course, there is Luka Modric. Nearly has completed his first year as a Milan player. He's had a decent season, Modric. Of course, Modric obviously left Real Madrid after the Club World Cup, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Pierre Kalulu, Locatelli, just filling in, kind of looks like a right back at the moment. Locatelli. Here's Andrea Cambiaso. Of course, his last visit to San Siro wasn't it was a bit of a roller coaster of emotions for Cambiaso the last time he visited San Siro. Of course, when they played Inter in the Derby d'Italia, he scored an own goal, and then obviously made it 1-1. Oh, and that was a bit of a swipe there from Locatelli on Rafael Leao. It'll be a free kick for AC Milan. Nowhere near the ball is the Juventus captain. I think I streamed the reverse game of this earlier in the season. I think it was 0-0. I'm just hoping it's not 0-0. I mean, if it's a good 0-0, then fair enough. Here's Gelson Bremer into Thuram. Juventus have given the ball away for Fana, plays it into Rabiot. Here's Rafael Leao. It's well won back by Conceição. Of course, like I said, Juventus do have Kenan Yildiz back. Because, like I said, I don't think he was in the matchday squad last week against Bologna, so it's good to see Yildiz back. Also, as well, Juventus currently 7 games unbeaten across all competitions, so they are doing fairly well at the moment. Milan have only won 2 out of the last 5. McKennie does really well to win it back, and here come Juventus down the right-hand side. It's now with Conceição. Conceição plays on the edge of the box, trying to hit for Thuram. closed down quickly there by Tomori, I think it was. But the final touch off Salamakers is going to be a corner for Juventus. Of course, funny enough, of course, by the way, I actually will be going to the San Siro in nearly 2 months. 2 months to the exact day. 2 months to the exact day. I think on the 3rd, is it the 30th of July? The 30th of June. Yeah, on the 30th of June, I think, when I'm going to the San Siro for a stadium tour. That's a great ball. And Modric, it's currently a 1-on-4 at the moment, but Modric has got options. Here's Rafael Leao, who picks up the ball, gives it back to Modric. Modric tries to play it back to Leao, but it's good defending from Kalulu, who puts it out for a throw-in. Nice counter-attack there from Milan. Of course, there probably won't be a stream next. There won't be a. There won't be a stream next week, like this time, or next Sunday, because I think Spurs. Well, not I think Spurs. My team Tottenham are playing against Villa, so I'll be watching that. Here is Pavlovic, the Serbian centre back, if I'm not mistaken. I swear, this is just going to be a game about defending, isn't it? There is a lot of gaps, though. To be fair, it looks like when Juve, it looks like the setup from Spalletti is he's got McKennie and Cambiaso when Juve are out of possession to kind of form a back five. And when they win it back, they go back to a back three. And yeah, McKennie like pushes up into midfield then. Here's Kalulu. Gets it back from Conceição. Weston McKennie. Switches the play to Lloyd Kelly, of course, formerly of Bournemouth and Newcastle. Lloyd Kelly. Oh, by the way, guys, I know some of you probably won't care, but I've got to lead a session. It's only for half an hour to another group in my college on Wednesday, but honestly, I'm just hoping that my teacher doesn't give me a group that are just a load of knobs. I just hope I get given a group that are just chill and just get on with it. But God, I don't know what to expect. But I'm sure it'll be alright. Did anyone watch the Chelsea Leeds game today? Was it Chelsea getting to the FA Cup final? I'll tell you what, by the way, the Coppa Italia final's been confirmed. Lazio against Inter. Who wants to stream for the Coppa Italia final? I might do it because from the only other footballs on is the Scottish Premiership. And knowing Cody, he'll probably beg me to stream it, but kind of can't be asked. I'd probably prefer to watch the Coppa Italia final, to be honest. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys, who wants to stream for the Coppa Italia final. Because I think I was going to stream it last year, but I think another game was on, so I couldn't. Wasn't it Bologna and Milan in last year's final? I think it was. I think Bologna won. So like first trophy in like 50 years. Speaking of cup finals, I found out earlier the Greek Cup final was played earlier, and a team called OFI, who is sixth in the Greek league, they beat PAOK in extra time, and they're in the qualifying round of Europa League. How mad is that? So realistically, if Lazio won't get Europe through the league, but if they win the Coppa Italia, they can get into Europe. Down goes Boga, still alive here for Juventus. McKennie, Turan back to McKennie. Locatelli, Bremer. I like Bremer, by the way, very good player. I wonder if he'll get called up to Brazil for the World Cup. I think he will. He's a good player. Locatelli. Kalulu into Conceição. Like I said, this game is all going to be about defending. Thuram. Oh, chance here for Juventus. Conceição gets on the edge of the box. McKennie's in support. Here he is. McKennie puts it in. Good defending by Pavlovic. Both teams are just going to park the bus, aren't they? Oh, boring. Also, by the way, over there on my desk, because my grandma went to Holland recently. My grandma's bought me Dutch chocolate. I tried a bit earlier. It's actually really nice. McKennie with the throw, and that wasn't great, to say the least. Also, tell you what, by the way, I keep reminding myself I need to check out Serie B. I mean, look at that. Serie B is looking quite tight at the moment. Looking very close. I've probably got on FOTMOB because I actually don't know what. I think, is it first that automatically goes up? I keep saying to myself that I need to keep an eye on Serie B, see what's going on. As it says, it's quite tight, to be fair. How many games are left in Serie B? Looks like Venezia might be coming straight back up. 37. 37. Oh, there's only 2 games left. Oh, I'll tell you what. I might have to tune in for the final day of Serie B. When is it? Is there generally 2 games left? Yeah, there is. The 8th of May. I was on a Friday. I'll tell you what, guys. Should we do a live stream for the last day of Serie B? Should we do it? Oh, I don't know if I can get the games on. Do they show Serie B in the UK? I don't know. I'm going to Google, is Serie B shown on UK TV? Serie B streaming platform Destination Calcio. I've never heard of that before. I probably have to pay for it. I bet you can probably get onto my dodgy website. I might tune in to the last day of Serie B. Because I've just got it up now. It's actually looking quite tight. So you've got Venezia first on 78 points. 40, 75, 76, 77, 78. There's only 3 points in it, but the goal difference the goal difference is in Venezia's favour. Then you've got Monza and Frozin. I can't ever pronounce his fucking team's name. Oh, I'll tell you what, I love it. I'll tell you what, by the way, I would absolutely love it if Palermo get promoted. Palermo needs to win. 69. Yeah, Palermo needs to win. Then who has Palermo got next? Who's Palermo's next game? The 1st of May, they're playing Catanzaro. Oh, they're in the playoffs, I think. Oh, yeah, they are. But fucking Palermo are 10 points above them. Palermo need to win that game by a couple of goals. No, Cambiaso, sorry, has just been shown a yellow card. Not too sure what happened. Let's have a look. Well, I can understand why Cambiaso's been booked. He was pulling the shirt of Salamakers, but Salamakers reacted, so surely Salamakers should be getting. I agree with Don Hutchinson. I think I can agree with Conte Salgame, whoever it was. I don't know. I can agree with the Juve player getting one, but surely Salamakers should be getting one. But yeah, man. Let me know in the chat who wants a stream for the final day of Serie B, because it's looking quite tight. Empoli is 16th. What the fuck's happened to them? Oh my god. Empoli get fucking relegated to Serie C. What's going on? Oh my god, I didn't realise Empoli were that low. They're only 3 points above 18th. Empoli could get fucking relegated. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Well, I'll tell you what, it's looking tight at the top of the Segunda division as well in Spain. 2 points in it between Racing Santander and Almeria. Oh, no way. Deportivo La Coruña could get promoted. If they get promoted, Cody would be fucking loving life. I'm going to turn the light on. It's starting to get a bit dark. Still 0-0 in this game. I mean, in all honesty, not a lot's really happened, to be honest. Don't think either keeper's really been tested. I mean, to be fair, every time Milan and Juve play each other, it's normally quite close. There's two games left in Serie A. Hold on, here come Milan. Chance for AC Milan, and the effort is not great at all, really, from Fofana. There were options in the box for Yusuf Fofana, but he decided to go alone. He does really well to skip past Cambiaso. Could he have played it across goal? Maybe. I mean, someone's asking for it there. Salamakers is asking for it. He probably could have played it to him. I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled. There's 2 games left in Serie B. It's very, very tight. I'm hoping Palermo win their next game by a couple of goals. Frosinone, I hope they lose or drop points. The Juve Stabia, and I hope Monza drop points. Venezia's next game is against Spezia. I mean, Venezia are probably going to win the league. I love it if Palermo get promoted. If Palermo get promoted, that would be unbelievable. Locatelli. What's the form last 5 games? To be fair, the form of the last 5 games, Palermo have got the same points as Monza and Venezia. Frosinone have actually got the best record in the last 5 games. Frosinone haven't been in. When was the last time they were in? I have covered them before on Instagram. They haven't been in it in a couple of years, have they? Serie A. It's been a couple of years since they were in Serie A. Frosinone. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't fucking know. Let's have a look. "25 minutes in, there's a free kick for Juventus. Cambiaso takes it short to Locatelli. Locatelli over the top to Cambiaso, and the last touch is off Salamaca's, an important touch. Corner given to Juventus. This game's been pretty shit, to be honest. This has not been a very good game, in my opinion. Corner taken short for Juventus. Kalulu. It's got to go in here. They're going to work it from right to left. In goes the cross from Cambiaso, and it finds absolutely no one. That cross probably sums up this game so far. Absolutely rubbish. There is the owner of AC Milan, Jerry Cardan. I can never pronounce that guy's name. Cardinale. Thank you, Adam Summerton. By the way, Adam Summerton is fucking underrated. I love that guy. Such a good commentator. Oh, here we go. So the 23-24 was the last time Frosinone were in Serie A. I think I remember it quite well, actually. I think I remember I watched Empoli-Roma, and I think Empoli scored in the last minute to stay up. I think I do actually. Because this is when I was doing my live streams on Instagram. I remember doing it. Last day of the season, I watched Empoli-Roma, and I think Empoli scored in the last minute to stay up. Oh, that's a lovely flick from Jonathan David. Weston McKennie tries to play it back to him, and he couldn't find him. And McKennie's gone down there. Looks like he's taken one in the stomach or the chest or something. He looks in a bit of pain here, the American. Weston McKennie and the Juve medical team run onto the pitch. Not sure what happened. Was it off the ball? I actually don't know what happened. No, yeah, I mean, Fikayo Tomori just completely he just stood there and it's I don't think McKennie was watching, but that did look quite bad. So yeah, so last time Frosinone were in Serie A was 23-24. That's a must win next week. Gotta beat Villa. But I generally did not realise the 8th of May, so not next Friday. So not the Friday upcoming. The Friday after is the last day of Serie B. If it's tight, then I might tune in. I might do a stream for it, maybe. There's the Juve president, I think. McKennie looks like he's going to be all right to carry on. Spalletti just giving some instructions, it looks like, to Manuel Locatelli. Of course, there they are, the Juve fans up in the gods of the San Siro. I can't wait to go to the San Siro, by the way. Like, just seeing it on telly, it looks fucking so cool. I mean, I'd obviously prefer to go to a game. But I mean it'd be even better because I'll be on the fucking touchline. I'll be literally on the pitch. But obviously I won't be able to go on it because obviously it's against the rules. But honestly, I can't wait to go to the San Siro. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to go to Milan in general. It's going to be amazing. If there's anyone watching this stream from Milan, tell me some things to do. I mean, I'm only going for 3 days or 2.5. I don't know. I think I fly. I think I fly out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I might have the afternoon in Milan on the 29th of June. But yeah, but like, if there's anyone from Milan watching this, tell me some things to do whilst I'm out there. Here's Battistaghi for Milan. Rafael Leao's on the ball. Plays it into Fofana. Here's Salamakers. Fofana tries to play it in. And now Juve look to counter here with Conceição. Good feet from him. Weston McKennie into Jonathan David. This is some good football being played here by Juventus. That's going to be a foul. And it is Gabbia with the foul on David. And that's probably going to be a yellow card for the Italian centre-half. So let me check the last day fixtures. Who's got it on the final? Oh, I need to get off Frost and know his name. So who's got who? So who have Venezia got on the final day? They'll kick off at 2 o'clock. It's weird. 7:30. So Monza have got Empoli. Mate, Venezia versus Palermo's on the last day of the season. And then Frosinone have got Mantova. Never heard of them. I'll be completely honest. Leao wants a foul on Pulisic. They're not going to get it, Milan. Here's Conceição into Kalulu. Conceição. Kalulu back with Conceição. I tell you what, by the way, we need to get fucking Sampdoria back in Serie A. Been too long. What's happened to them, man? Well, down goes Thuram. Referee doesn't give that one either. And now Milan look to a counter with Rabiot. Fofana out wide to Salamakers, I think. Lloyd Kelly just gets there first and puts it out for a throw in. Well, Juve in the last 5 games, they've got, well, the last 5 games, Juve are top of the form table. I mean, like I said earlier, they are unbeaten Juventus in their last 7 games. They're looking, I mean, it's the second time this season that Juve are unbeaten in 7. So Juve looking good. If they keep the way they're going, Juve, we'll probably see them in the Champions League again next year. Tomori, his crosses cleared away by Locatelli. Salamakers, Milan just trying to find the way around this Juve low block at the moment. Here's Pavlovic. That's a great ball into Rabiot. What a save from Di Gregorio. Chance for Leao. And his efforts over the bar. And finally, one of the goalkeepers has finally been tested. That's probably the first real effort of the game. It's a very good effort from the Frenchman, Adrien Rabiot. It's a very good effort. Good save as well from Di Gregorio. Best chance of the game, really. Wait, is there a Premier League game on the 8th of May? I'm just going to check. There probably isn't. 8th of May. 8th of May. No, there's no game on the 8th of May. Oh, shit, the playoffs might be on. I've just realised it might be the playoffs. Oh, shit. Shit, I've just realised. Wait, let me check the dates of the playoffs. Oh, no. Yeah, the playoffs are on. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm going to keep an eye, though. I'll keep an eye. Chance here for Juventus. Conceição puts the cross goal. And there's the opening goal. And it's Kefren Turan who scores 10 minutes before the break. And finally, the deadlock is broken. It's Juventus who take the lead. They haven't really tested Magnon much in this game. But it's Juventus who strike first in a big game in the race for the Champions League. It's Juve who lead at the San Siro. It's Kefren Turan. And it's AC Milan 0, Juventus 1. And Conceição, he does really well here. He holds on to the ball. It's a good ball in. I mean, we'll have to see if Kefren Turan is onside. But Conceição does really well. I think he just lunges in a little bit. Batistaghi. Oh. And there has been a VAR check. And the reaction from the Milan fans. And the signal is up. The goal is ruled out. And the joy is short-lived for Juventus. Thuram offside. And we will have to see with a replay. But the goal was disallowed. And we're back at 0-0. A let off there for AC Milan. What a touch from Jonathan David. And Batistaghi fouls him. And he's going to get a yellow card. Free kick for Juventus. So the free kick taken short. Here's Conceição. Locatelli's crosses in. Thuram's in there. I think the game, I mean, Don Hutchinson's just said this on the telly. The game is just starting to kind of wake up a little bit. Decent ball into the box. Flicked away by Rabiot onto Rafael Leao. And again, I probably agree with what Adam Summerton's just said. Juve is slightly on top at the moment. I mean, ever since that chance from Rabiot, which forced a good save from Di Gregorio, Juve have been the better team, but that's so lucky there. Leao did really well then. It's unfortunate that no one could get on the end of that. Very unlucky. Or tickets available, Milan Atalanta. That'll be a good game, that. Like I said earlier, I love to go San Siro. I mean, well, I am going San Siro anyway. I'm excited to go, but it'd be better to go to a game. I'll tell you another stadium that I want to go to, which has been, as I've seen a lot of people go to. I want to go to Como. I want to go to Como Stadium. That's a great ball. And Conte Sal does brilliantly. Conte Sal's a good save from Mike Maignan. Another chance goes for Juve. Like I said a minute ago, and like Don Hutchinson said a minute ago on the telly, Juve are starting to grow into this game and starting to dominate the game a little bit. Milan are kind of just on the back foot a little bit. Five minutes until half time. It is 0-0 here at San Siro. Juve thought they had the lead, but it was short-lived as Kefren Turam, I think, was offside. Speaking of Turam, here he is, and he's just lost the ball. And Rafael Leao is looking to drive forward for AC Milan. Oh, and that looks like Turam just stood on Leao. I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, speaking of the final day of second divisions, the final day of the English Championship is on Saturday. Tell you what. I mean, Southampton have got Ipswich on Tuesday. If Ipswich win that game, they've pretty much guaranteed it. But if Southampton win, then I'll tell you what, we could be in for a final day in the Championship. On Tuesday, part of me is hoping Southampton beat them, to be honest. Because if Ipswich win, then it's just a bit boring, isn't it? Here's Conte Sal for Juventus. He's had a good game, Conte Sal. Had a good game. Here's Thuram for Juventus. Of course, like I said, Juve, Como, and Roma, with all three of them have fairly got comfortable games to finish the season. So, race for the Champions League and Serie A could go down to the final day. I mean, Juve are away at City rivals Torino. Como go to Cremonese. I'm not sure who Roma are playing, but I mean, that Cremonese Como game could be big, because relegation in Serie A could go down to the final day, which Cremonese could be involved in. Salamanca picks out Leao. In goes the cross away by Gelson Bremer. Kept in play. There is someone down in the box for Milan at the moment. I'm not sure who it is. Salamanca has still got the ball. Chancing for Luka Modric. That's blocked by Conte Sal. And like I just said, he is having a really good game. Conte Sal. Oh, I think it's Pavlovic who's gone down with a head injury. Might have been Locatelli with that. I think, oh, here we go. This is the disallowed goal. Oh, yeah. Thuram's miles offside. How's the linesman not seen that? Also, as well, by the way, a big week of European football upcoming. Semi-finals in the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League. I mean, I tell you what, Bayern, PSG. Oh my God, what a game that's going to be! That could be an unreal game of football. That. So we are approaching half time. It's still 0-0. Juve, like I said earlier, did have the ball in the back of the net, but the goal was disallowed. Offside on Kefren Turam. Here's Christian Pulisic. Haven't seen much from Pulisic in this game. We've seen a lot of Leao, but not a lot of Christian Pulisic. Here's Pavlovic. Leao. Here's Batasagi. Leao. Gabia. Onto Modric. Plays out wide to Salamakers. Modric gets it back. It's a good run, to be fair, from Modric. A lot of white shirts back defending here for Juventus. Both sides defensively have been decent, but it's just difficult. Both sides are struggling to break each other down. I think the only threat Juve have going forward through Conceição, to be honest. So just the 1 minute of added time probably sums up this game, to be honest. Hasn't been a great watch. Here's Conceição. Gives a good ball into Locatelli out wide to McKennie. McKennie plays it to Conceição. Can they get a goal right on half time? Brilliant feat from Conceição. And his effort is straight at Mike Maignan. Conceição again. It's good feet. It's good skill from the Portuguese international. I mean, he nearly spilled it, Maignan, but he comfortably claimed it in the end. And there is the halftime whistle here at the San Siro, where it, like I said, it hasn't been a great watch. But we did have a goal, but it was disallowed where Catherine Turan was offside. Not a lot has happened really in this first half. Maignan made a really good save. On the time, like Di Gregorio made a really good save from the effort from Rabiot. And obviously, like I said, Juve did have the ball in the back of the net, but it was offside. And I'll tell you what, Conceição has been very good in this game. Probably been my man of the match so far. And Juve, since that save from Di Gregorio to deny Rabiot, Juve have probably been the better team in the last 10, 15 minutes of the first half. But half-time score at San Siro, it's 0-0. And I will be back for the second half. Right, we're back for the second half. It has just kicked off the last 2 minutes, so I haven't missed much. But ignore the state of my hair. I have just come out the shower, so yeah. I don't know if there's been any change at half time. I'm just gonna look now. So give me just a second. I just need to put these things away. I was in the shower, guys, and I was because, like I said earlier, I've got to do this fucking. I have to lead a session on Wednesday, so I'm kind of just saying. I'm just saying to myself. I was saying to myself in the shower what I'll say to the people I'm leading the session to. I'm hoping I get a public service group. I do not want a sport group. If I do get a sport group, I probably want. I think it's level 3 year ones. I think I know because I know a couple of people on there. I don't like know them like wow, but I know like who they are. Here come Juventus. Here's Boga. There has been a change at half time, which I'll speak about in a second. Chances for Boga. His effort is blocked by Pavlovic. I think he has hurt himself. Still alive here for Juventus. And the effort is saved by Mike Magnan. Sorry. So, like I said, there has been a change at half time. It's actually come at the left wing back position. Batistaghi has gone off. And it is for the ex-Brighton man, Pervis Estepinian, who was, in fact, the first ever Ecuadorian to score in the Milan derby. So he's on for Batistaghi at halftime. That's probably because Batistaghi has got yellow cards. I'm surprised Cambiaso hasn't been taken off at halftime for Juventus. I mean, you know what I mean? That's a good one. They could maybe bring on Kostic there, or I don't know. Probably Kostic is the only option really, but maybe they don't want to. I don't know, to be honest. So yeah. But yeah, I was literally just saying to myself in the shower what I'm gonna plan of saying. Problem is, it has to be half an hour as well. In all honesty, when you're leading the session, the half an hour generally might fit. It probably feel like it go quite quickly. Here come Milan. Leao does really well. He gets it back. Chance it for Milan. Across into Salamakers. Oh, he's denied by the bar, I think. What a chance. Still alive there. Fofana's effort blocked by McKennie. Huge opportunity for the Rossoneri to take the lead. And it was all from Leao, really. He did really well there. I think that's Pavlovic who's just gone down. And now here come Juventus. Oh, it's not looking good. They're going all the way through. Oh, it's that little shove. And Jonathan David was fouled. I think it was a slight nudge in the back from Gabbia. Big decision there from Simeone Sousa, the referee. But I tell you what, this has been a really good start to the second half. It's end-to-end stuff here at San Siro at the moment. Here's Pulisic. I'm going to get another bowl. Where's the post? I'm just looking at that. I think it was the... Ooh. I don't know. Maggie, you can't do that, dickhead. Okay. Licking.
I'm not 100% sure. Possibly may have consumed some. I did Google it. Well, AI'd it.
Yeah.
And apparently, as humans, it's disgusting. But as dogs, it is quite a normal thing for them to do.
What, eat their own poo?
Yeah. I was like, you're disgusting. I was like, I love you, but you are disgusting.
Oh. No. Did you guys see that? Dogs eat their own poo. That is mank. How's that normal? Did you guys how is that normal? Dogs eat their own poo. How is that normal? What? Sorry? There's no way. Anyway, let's not talk about that. So that's a poor ball from Salamakers. Goal kick for Juventus. I think that effort from Salamakers hit the bar. I think it hit. It looks like it hit the post, but I think it was the bar. Decent ball over the top. Can't reach McKennie. Or Modric, who's lost the ball. Won back by Pavlovic. Definitely has been end to end in this second half. Much better than the first half so far. Cambiaso. Thuram. Juve driving forward here towards the Milan goal. David. Boga. Boga still going. That's a brilliant tackle from Tomori. Corner for Juve. Great challenge. Look at that. That's what you call a proper tackle. I'll tell you what, by the way, I would, as you can tell, I'm English. I'd 100% take Tomori to the World Cup, by the way. I really would. Anyway, corner swung in by Boga. Comes out to Modric. And that is going to be a free kick. Modric held back by Weston McKennie, I think. Yeah, held back there. Yeah, it's an obvious pull. It's an obvious shirt pull there from McKennie. Let's see what's going on in the world of Twitter. Probably not a lot going on. I'm just going to turn it down in case it's like a random video. Xavi Simons has deleted all THFC related posts from his Instagram. Xavi, what the fuck are you playing at? I mean, 11 All-Stars, France, England, May 24th, 8 p.m. at the Parc des Princes. Oh, that's quite cool. What the hell's happened here? Spanish second division. Well, the keeper has just shoved that guy to the floor. Jesus. Well, let me watch the whole video. Did they kick off? Oh, yeah. Oh, red card. Oh, he really punched him. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Oh, my days. Fucking hell, it kicked off. He's just fucking punched the player in the face. Literally after he's got a red card, he's just gone and punched the guy in the face. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that's mad. He just punched the guy in the face. Oh, it was Real Zaragoza's goalie. Oh, no, here we go. Breaking. Oh, hold on. Chance here. Oh! Good chance there. It can be also for Juventus. Breaking. It is now appearing that Xavi Simons will be out for 7. Oh, my God. He's in his ACL. For fuck's sake. It's now appearing that Xavi Simons will be out for 7 months with an ACL injury. The Dutchman posted on Instagram saying, trust the process. However, Tottenham insiders believe that the worst is set to be revealed in the coming days. Simons is set to miss the World Cup and the news is true. Oh my God. You're telling me our most creative player, hold on, here come Milan. Leao puts it in and the effort is terrible from Fofana. If that's actually Xavi Simons out for 7 fucking months. Are you taking the piss? That's not true. If it is, what's that? What month are we in now? April. I think that went out anyway from Leao. It looks out anyway. So you've got April, May, June, July, August, September. He'll be back in November. It says 7 months. Oh, it'll end up being fucking ages. Here come Juventus. Conceição been the best player on the pitch, in my opinion, in this game. Conceição plays it to Lloyd Kelly. They're working it down the left-hand side now. Thuram. Jeremy Boga. Boga again. They probably could do with Yildiz on soon. Juve, but I mean, I don't know how fit he is because I think he's just come back from an injury. If that is generally true that Xavi Simons is injured for 7 months, I generally might cry. In goes the cross. Goal kick for Milan. And there is a change up front, it looks like, here for Milan. Nicholas Fulkrug, currently on loan, actually, at AC Milan from West Ham. He's going to be replacing Christian Pulisic. He hasn't had this best performance, Pulisic. But let's see if Fulkrug can be the difference. Well, apparently it kicked off in the Istanbul derby between Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. Flares are thrown from the Fenerbahce fans in the away section towards the Galatasaray fans. Jesus. Jeremy Boga. Cambiaso puts it across. Salamakers picks it up. Fofana. Estepinian, the substitute who replaced Batistagi at half-time. Here's Pavlovic, the centre-half, making a run forward here for Milan. Here's Rabiot. Pavlovic has lost it. Conceição is tripped up by Estepinian. It's going to be a free kick. Fuck off, LAFC. Fuck off, LAFC. The record Swiss champions, Grasshoppers, staring down the barrel of relegation once more and freshly eliminated from the cup by second-tier opposition, made their feelings known about Los Angeles owners perfectly clear. Oh, I didn't know Grasshoppers and had the same owners as LAFC. Another change for Milan as Fofana is replaced by Ricci in midfield. Well, Xavi Simons has deleted everything on his Instagram. What's going on? What's happened with Simons? Why has he deleted everything? Rabiot. First involvement here for Ricci. Puts in a decent ball in. Dealt with there by Weston McKennie. It's won back by Pavlovic. Tomori. Fulkrug can't do much with the ball there. Tell you what, Milan are starting to take control of this game. Modric has done really well there. And Juve are going to make their first changes. That is going to be Kurt Miners and Emil Holm. Emil Holm is going to be coming on. Holm. Emil Holm is going to be coming on for Juventus. He's going to fucking get Yildiz on. Well, I don't know how bad the Yildiz injury was. So, I don't know. Yildiz might only be able to play like 10, 15 minutes. I don't know. Estepinian. Rabiot. Towards the back post. Salamakis will put it back across. And Di Gregorio gets there. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest ball in fairness from Salamakis. Of course, there is some big games next week in Serie A. Of course, one of them is from the Sinigaglia, which is not far from the San Siro. A big game between Como and Napoli, which should be interesting. AC Milan next for them is a pretty tricky game, you could say, away to Sassuolo. Sassuolo are a team that seem to be one of Milan's bogey sides. You got Inter can wrap up the league title next week. They're at home to Parma. And then the 4th of May is Roma against Fiorentina, which should be interesting. I mean, after this game, or after this match week, there is only 4 games left until the season concludes. Even the games after next week, lots of big games. You've got Lazio versus Inter. Inter have probably won the league by then. Lecce against Juventus is a big game at both ends of the table. That's on May the 9th. Milan versus Atalanta, May the 10th. You've got Napoli against Bologna is on the 11th of May. Then you've got the week commencing the 17th. I don't think these games have actually been confirmed for like timings yet. But you've got the Roma. This will be the penultimate weekend. You've got Roma against Lazio in the Rome derby. You've got Juventus, Fiorentina, Atalanta, Bologna. And then of course the final. And then this is the final day of the season. The standout game at the moment on the final day for me is probably Cremonese against Como at the moment, if you ask me. Yeah, it should be hopefully an interesting end to the season. So here come the changes for Juventus. They've finally taken off Cambiaso, who is on the yellow card. And it's Holm who comes on. And it is Kefren Turam who thought he had given Juve the lead, but he didn't. He was offside. He comes off for the former Atalanta midfielder, Turn Koopmeiners. Like I said at the start of the stream, a draw probably is more suitable for Milan, to be honest, in the Champions League race. Juve could probably do with a win. If it does stay like this, it does give Como and Roma a big opportunity. Roma next week do play after Juventus, but Como played before. But they have got a tricky game against Napoli. If Como can win, if this game stays how it is, and Como beat Napoli, then that does put pressure on Juve. But like I said, I think Juve have got Lecce next week. Yeah, I'm telling you, they've got Verona next week. So you probably, they're at home as well. So you probably expect Juventus to win that game, to be honest. Like I said, Juve, Como and Roma have all got the remaining games. All 3 of them are all winnable, really. I think this game is screaming out for a bit of Yildiz. Should we see what JSTV tweeted anything? Has Lucas said much? Oh, and there is Ruud Gullit. Ruud Gullit in the house this evening. I thought I recognised his face. I couldn't think of his name. He looks a lot different now. Ruud Gullit. He had like all the fizzy hair and everything. 18 minutes to go. Here we go. Let's see what Lucas said. Has he tweeted anything? Here we go. If we win tonight, it will be absolutely massive. Shame that Kenan isn't fully fit. We'll probably see him in a cameo. But Forza Juve. Oh, Kenan's not fully fit. I didn't know that. Why is he on the bench then if he's not fully fit? I didn't know Yildiz was fully fit. I didn't know Yildiz wasn't fully fit. Why is he on the bench then if he's not fully fit? It's a bit pointless, really, if he's on the bench and he's not fully fit. That's a brilliant ball to pick out Conceição. Conceição up against Pavlovic, and Pavlovic does really well to win the ball back. But I think it's Koopmeiners who wins it back, and he goes for the effort, Koopmeiners. And it's a comfortable save from Mike Magnon. That was a brilliant tackle from Koopmeiners on Salamakers. Of course, Koopmeiners joining from Atalanta. I think, was it 2 years ago now? Or a year ago? I don't know. It was recent. He was really good for Atalanta. Here's Conceição. And he's fouled by Estepinian. It's going to be a free kick for Juve. And that's going to be a yellow card for Estepinian. I mean, like I said, Conceição easily been the best player on the pitch. Conceição has easily been the best player on this pitch tonight. Absolutely. I mean, look at that skill. That is filth. That is ridiculous. Look at that skill there from Conceição. That is ridiculous. I mean, I wonder if we'll see him in the World Cup for Portugal. If he does skills like that for Portugal, looking good. So it's Koopmeiners on the free kick for Juventus. 15 to go at San Siro. It's 0-0. Koopmeiners with a free kick, and it's punched away by Magnon. Oh, a clash of heads there between Locatelli and Modric. That did look quite bad. I mean, they're both their eyes are on the ball. Oh, that looked bad. That looked really bad. That looked bad. I hope Locatelli and Modric are all right, which I think they will be. But that looked bad. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that most of the night, really, to get Yildiz on. But I don't know. To be fair, I don't know what injury he got. But, I mean, we'll have to see how. I mean, I think for Juventus, this game is screaming a Kenan Yildiz. They need a Kenan Yildiz in this game, Juventus. And there he is. He is coming on, Kenan Yildiz. Kenan Yildiz will come on. I think someone else is coming on as well. I saw someone else. I didn't see who it was, but Kenan Yildiz is coming on for Juventus. This could be a big substitution for Juventus. I mean, I just think Yildiz has been needed for Juve in this game. Of course, he wasn't in the squad if I'm correct, last week in their game against Bologna. I'm actually not too sure how he got injured, but he is back and he's going to be coming on. And I think as well, I think Zagrova might be coming on. I won't be surprised if they take Boga off, to be honest. I don't think he's had a great game. I think you've got to keep Conte Sal on. I think you've got to take Boga off, to be honest. Well, they might take Bo. Well, Yildiz, he's just jumping around there, just getting ready. He looks all right, to be fair. What injury did he get? I'm going to Google it. Kenan Yildiz injury. What did he do? Oh, we had a patella tendon inflammation. So he basically inflamed his knee. So his knee was swollen. Well, this is not looking good here for Modric because he's had to come off here, Luka Modric, with that head injury. So hopefully hopefully this isn't a concussion substitution, because if it is, that is not looking good. But it is going to be, let me just find out. It's Ardon Yashari who is coming on for Milan. And there's Kenan Yildiz back on here. And they have taken off Boga. I think that's the right decision from Spalletti. So Boga is off. Yildiz is on. And they're taking Conte Sal off. Oh, come on. I mean, I can kind of get it. But they've taken Conte Sal off. I mean, for Shakrova. Oh, that could cost Juve there. I think Conte's foul has been really good tonight. Arguably, not even arguably, Conte Sal has not just been Juve's best player; he's been the best player on the pitch. He's been absolutely fantastic tonight, Conte Sal. I'm disappointed he's gone off, but if you're bringing on Zagrova, then I can kind of get it, because you're not going to take off like someone like McKennie. I mean, you could take off McKennie. I don't know, but 10 minutes to go. There probably will be plenty of added time because of the head injury to Locatelli and to Luka Modric. I mean, I'm just staring at Yildiz. That does sound a bit weird, but he looks like he's moving all right, to be fair. He's moving decent at the moment, Kenan Yildiz. I mean, like I said, I've just Googled what injury he got. Yeah, it says here, apparently he was managing, like I said, a patella tendon inflammation. So so he's done something to his knee, it looks like. I mean, maybe because my mum's inflamed her Achilles tendon. So she's kind of just limping everywhere. So Yildiz has kind of done something similar. So he's done a bit too much movement on his knee. So he's got to be careful, Yildiz. I think that's probably why he wasn't in the squad last week, just to rest it up and stuff. Chance here for Milan. Rabiot's cross is blocked and out for a corner. So corner for AC Milan. Samuel Ricci is on it. Look how far Allegri's out of his technical area, by the way. Ricci swings it in. Fulkrug trying to keep it alive. Rabiot's in there as well. It comes out to Zagrova, who is taken out by Rabiot. And it's going to be a free kick to Juventus. Have we had any message on Snapchat? But Cody's probably sent me a snap. Cody's messaged the group chat. So free kick for Juve. Locatelli plays it short to Yildiz. Yildiz up against Salamakers. Plays it back to Locatelli. Oh, he's limping. I've just seen that. There's a little bit of a limp there from Yildiz. So Grover puts it in. They can't clear it. Milan. Now they do with Richie, I think it was, there with a headed clearance. Edan Zagrova's on the ball. Zagrova puts it in. Well, he plays it across, in fact, to Kenan Yildiz. Kenan Yildiz on the ball. Locatelli. Stabbed away there. 6 minutes to go. Still 0-0. Well, Yildiz has gone down there from Salamakers. Free kick. But like I was saying, 6 minutes left. It's 0-0. I think it definitely has been a better second half than the first half. I mean, I even said in my predictions, which I think it's out now. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I can check. Should I check? I think it's out. Oh, fuck's sake, it's gone studio. I think it's uploaded. All good chance for Juventus. We want to go on. I don't want my main. I want my other one. This one. I think it's uploaded. I'm just going to double check. Well, the Premier League one's uploaded. Oh, it is uploaded. It is uploaded. But yeah, I mean, I said on my predictions video that this was always going to be a tight game. I think every time Milan and Juve play each other, they're always really tight games. And once again, I do agree with what Don Hutchinson said literally just a couple of minutes ago. Both teams, I agree with him, with Hutchinson. Both teams have defended very well. I mean, but both teams have defended well. They've just struggled really to just have that quality. Both teams have just struggled to find that quality to get a goal, really. I mean, no one for Milan has looked like, no one for Milan's really stood out to get a goal. I mean, maybe you could argue for Leao potentially. I mean, for Juventus, the standout player for them to try and get them a goal was Conceição. I mean, he technically did get them a goal. He got the assist for Thuram's goal, but obviously Thuram was offside. Oh, there come Juventus as I speak, actually. Speaking of quality, here's Kenan Yildiz, because he is quality. He is underrated. And he gives it to McKennie. McKennie gets it back to Yildiz. Yildiz trying to do something here. This is really good from Yildiz. And it's a goal kick. Got a massive itch on my nose. But yeah, like I was saying, I do agree with John Hutchinson when he said both teams have defended really well, which I do agree with. They have defended really well. But like I said, I just think Milan haven't really had the quality going forward. Juve have with Conceição, but they've taken him off now. So the quality probably now is with Yildiz. And there is a change up front for Juventus. Dusan Vlahovic, who I think is also coming back from injury, he comes on for Jonathan David. So it's a completely new front three for Juventus. It started off as Conceição, David and Boga. Now it's Vlahovic, Yildiz and Zagrova. 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time remains at the San Siro, where it is still AC Milan 0, Juventus 0. Like I said, a draw probably more suitable for Milan in the race for Champions League football, but a draw probably not a great result for Juventus. And it does slightly open the door to Como and to Roma to catch them up. 4 games left after this weekend of fixtures. There is still 2 more to come. Tomorrow at 5:30, Atalanta on the road at the Uniполdōmos against Cagliari, and Lazio at the Stadio Olimpico. I mean, they've probably got the Coppa Italia final on their mind because they're not really playing for much in the league. And neither are Udinese. But Lazio and Udinese are facing each other tomorrow. I mean, there has been, like I said, some big results this weekend. Napoli kicked it off with an emphatic 4-0 win against Cremonese. You got Parma, a narrow 1-0 win against Pisa. Roma won 2-0 away at Bologna. 0-0 it was between Verona and Lecce. Lecce probably could have done with winning that game, to be honest. Fiorentina Sassuolo was also 0-0. Como got a 2-0 win at Genoa. Into the league leaders drew 2-2 against Torino. Of course, Inter, like I said, can actually win the league next week. And Pisa and I think Verona can also be confirmed as relegated next week. We're in the 89th minute. Here's Estupiñán, the 2 number 2s going up against each other. Estupiñán and Holm. Now it's with Gabbia. Plays it across to Fikayo Tomori. Tomori to Salamanca's into the middle of the park where Rabiot is. And it's a first time ball to Ricci, who can't keep it in play. The way of the pass, just a bit too much from Rabiot, and it will be a goal kick for Juventus. Of course, in the race for Champions League football, it is Como who go first next week. And it's a tricky game for Cesc Fabregas' side. They are at home to Antonio Conte's Napoli. That'll be a good game, by the way. 6 minutes is added on at the San Siro. It's AC Milan 0, Juventus 0. Juventus still had the ball in the back of the net from Kefren Turam, but his goal was offside. I mean, I did say earlier Milan were in control of the game. That's kind of stopped now. And it's kind of Juve who are kind of on control now. I think they have been in control since Kenan Yildiz has come on. Here's Lloyd Kelly. McKennie. The Premier League link up there. Now it's with Yildiz. Yildiz needing some option here. Does really well to get past Salamanca's. He still holds on to the ball, but Salamanca's wins it back. But it's McKennie who nicks it off him. Yildiz into Coop Miners. They need to get the ball into the box, Juventus, which they can't. Vlahovic is just in there. It's the only Juventus player in the box, actually, Dusan Vlahovic. Well, I wonder who'd be the happier manager. Would it be Massimiliano Allegri or would it be Luciano Spalletti? That's an interesting conversation. Who would be the happier manager? Will it be Allegri or will it be Spalletti? I'm not too sure. Like I said, both teams are defending well. That's clearly offside. Chancing for Vlahovic. If he scores, he's offside. Vlahovic is a good save from Magnon. I'm surprised. I thought it was offside. There we go. The flag eventually goes up. And I can kind of understand the frustration from Tomori there. And I think it was Gabbia, the other one. I mean, he's absolutely miles offside. Why did it take so long to put the flag up? It took ages to put the flag up. I mean, we all know what happened. Last time it took ages to put the flag up. Look what happened to Taiwo Awoniyi in Nottingham Forest. Got put into an induced coma. whatever it's called. I don't know. So there is the live standings in the table. Juventus are 3 clear of Como and Roma. 6 points Milan are clear. They're only 2 points behind Napoli. I think they're 11 points Milan behind Inter. I mean, Milan being 6 clear of Como and Roma is quite important with 4 games left. Creates a bit of breathing space. I mean, Milan, who have they got next week? Oh, they got Sassuolo wide out. I mean, like I said, really, 5 or 6 points in the next 3 probably should be enough for Milan to get into the Champions League. Yildiz plays it to Coop Miners. Here's Lloyd Kelly back with Coop Miners. They're just working it down this left-hand side. Juventus. Can I Yildiz up against Salamakers? Yildiz puts in a decent ball. It's not a bad ball, but Vlahovic couldn't get on the end of it. That's what Yildiz can do. Fairly decent defending from Gabbia, to be fair. Cleared forward by Mike Magnon, the Milan goalkeeper. McKennie plays it back to Lloyd Kelly. Of course, like I said, the Premier League link up there. Lloyd Kelly, formerly of Bournemouth and Newcastle. Weston McKennie, formerly of Leeds United. Of course, Leeds, speaking of Leeds, they've defeated 1-0 by Chelsea earlier in the FA Cup semi-final. Wasn't the greatest game of football. Of course, Manchester City versus Chelsea is the FA Cup final on May the 16th. Of course, like I said earlier, Lazio Inter is the Coppa Italia final, so a bit of home advantage for Lazio. We're now approaching, well, we're not approaching, we're now in the final 30 seconds. It's really now or never for not just for Milan, but for Juventus as well. Lloyd Kelly, not the best clearance. They've got to get it up the pitch, Juventus. Lloyd Kelly again, across to Kalulu. He's got to go forward and quickly for Juventus. Pierre Kalulu. It's one last chance for the Bianconeri. Yildiz is there. Kalulu. And oh my God, come on. And there is the full-time whistle. And it is 0-0 again between Milan and Juventus. There was a goal, but it was disallowed when Conceição put the ball across. Kefren Turam tapped it in, but Turam was in front of the ball, so he was offside. But Conceição, probably the best player on the pitch. He was very good tonight, but neither keeper didn't really have much to do throughout the game, to be honest. Magnon and Di Gregorio, respectively, had a couple of saves to make. But in the end, wasn't the greatest game ever. But the full-time score in the end, it ends AC Milan 0, Juventus 0. Yeah, I mean, like I said at the start of the stream, that this result, it's better for Milan, to be honest. They're 6 points clear of Como and Roma. Only 3 the gap. Como go first next week. They have got a tricky game against Napoli. Como don't win that, gives Juve a big opportunity against Verona, which you'd expect Juve to win, to be honest. Locatelli and Modric just showing a bit of a hug there. There it is, the San Siro. I can't believe I'm going to be at San Siro, man. I can't wait. But there we go. We're going to end the stream here. 0-0 it ends between Milan and Juve. Second half was better than the first half. But yeah, of course, we will be back. I don't even know. When will we? When is the next stream going to be? It won't be next. Will it be next Saturday? Let me check. What games are on next Saturday? Should we have a look? Next Saturday. What have we got? Next Saturday. What have we got? We got Osasuna, Barca, La Liga, Atalanta, Genoa. No, there probably won't be a stream next Saturday. Obviously, no stream next Sunday because the mighty Spurs are playing. So the next time I'll probably see you lot. Wait, what about the 4th? Well, I can't do the 4th either. What about Saturday the 9th? Let's have a look. Saturday the 9th. Oh, I mean, I could do Lecce Juve, maybe. So the next time I could see you is either on the 9th of May, or if not, it will be on the 10th of May for El Clásico between Barcelona and Real Madrid. So yeah. So the next stream will be either May the 9th or May the 10th. So no streams next week. It'll be the week after. So I'll see you in 2